25 episodes since Furry profiles Bridget, we finally return to the world of An American Tail. The young adventurous mouse Fievel returned in his 1991 sequel, Fievel Goes West. Once again seeking a better life, this time him and his family pack up and move away from the city, and moves out west to the town of Green River. In the film, while some were moving to the west for comfort and safety, others were moving there for fame and possibly a better love life, which ended up putting a strain on Fievel's best friend Tiger's relationship with his new love interest, Miss Kitty. In her debut appearance, Miss Kitty was voiced by Amy Irving, the same voice actress who just 3 years earlier was doing vocals for the notorious Jessica Rabbit. In the 1992 TV series Fievel's American Tales, she returned only for one more appearance and was voiced by Cynthia Ferrer. A year later in 1993, the computer game An American Tail: The Computer Adventures of Fievel and Friends was released. Miss Kitty could be found in the cutscenes and her role was very much the same as it was in the second film. The game, however, did highlight something about her that neither the film nor the TV series touched upon. When you speak to Tanya at the saloon, she unveils Miss Kitty's first name as Sophia, making her full name Miss Sophia Kitty, or Sophia Kitty for short. When we first met her, she was still in New York, ending her relationship with Tiger as she was getting ready to head to Green River.
Now show me you're tough, and don't make a fuss when I leave, okay?
For those that misunderstood her motives, she still very much cared for Tiger, but she desired a male cat with the strength and courage of a dog, a desire she couldn't fulfill with a scaredy city cat like him. By the mid-portion of the film, we meet Miss Kitty again, and this time she is working in the saloon of Caterwall, who introduces her to Fievel's sister, Tanya. After on purposely getting on his nerves, she soon agrees to get Tanya ready for her first performance. Possibly the greatest thing Miss Kitty ever did was bonding with Tanya and sharing her wisdom with her. At the time, the little mouse had the ambition and the talent to be a really great singer, but none of the courage that Miss Kitty had.
I'm not pretty. And says who? You can be whatever you want if you just believe in yourself.
Miss Kitty stood back behind the scenes and watched her out of support, though when Tanya finally took off, it seemed even she was caught off guard. Sometime later on, Fievel managed to find Wiley Burp and enlist his help to take care of Caterwall's gang, but Wiley needed another dog to train for assistance. Fievel didn't know any dogs, but he knew Tiger, and motivated him with the scent of Miss Kitty's perfume. Later on, both Miss Kitty and Tanya have a front row seat to Caterwall's ceremony. Thinking he is celebrating with the mice of Green River, they had no idea he was getting ready to put his devious plot into action, which was to kill them all with a giant mouse trap and turn them into food, which is halted just in time by Fievel and his friends. As the battle got going, the newly skilled Tiger even managed to catch his old lady friend's attention.
Oh, who's that dog down there with Wiley? He's got some stuff.
But that was before the realization of who and what was happening settled in. After Tanya sent Caterwall's plan scattering and getting held up at gunpoint by Fievel, one of his Cactus Cat Gang members made the mistake of taking Miss Kitty hostage and sends Tiger into a dog-style rage. He then proceeded to single-handedly dispatch all remaining Cactus Cat Gang members until there was nobody between him rescuing Miss Kitty back from Chula.
You harm one patch of fur on her, and I'll tear you apart. One leg at a time.
Once Chula was yanked from the balcony by Tiger, Kitty was forced to hold on for her life, where she soon fell into the arms of her hero. In her last few scenes, she celebrates with the rest of the town, unaware of who was actually holding her.
Oh, Tiger.
The lovely couple, however, did not stay together after the events of the second film. During Law and Disorder of Fievel's American Tales, we find out that Miss Kitty and Tiger split again. No longer bound to one person's saloon, she left Green River to tour the country and sing. However, through letters, the two stayed in touch. Then one day, she wrote a letter back to Tiger saying she was coming to visit Green River.
To Miss Kitty's here, and I got a little, well, carried away, and I told her I was Marshal of Green River, trying to, impress her.
While you would think this was supposed to be a joyous reunion, for Tiger, it was going to be anything but. That's because he wrote 23 letters to her, lying about how he was now Marshal of Green River, and now needed Fievel's help so he wouldn't get exposed. Eventually, we skip ahead to some unknown short time in the future, and Miss Kitty arrives back in town on wagon. Not only was Tiger waiting for her posing as a marshal, but she is soon greeted by two of the last people she would want to see. Her old boss, Caterwall, and his minion, Chula, who of all characters had his audacity to greet her. I mean, it's not like he didn't threaten to throw Miss Kitty off a building the last time or anything. The unwelcomed welcome from Caterwall meant that he wanted Miss Kitty's business like old times, but she, on the other hand, wanted no part of it.
The only reason I'm in this two-mule olive pit of a town is to visit my old pal. Let's go, Marshal.
The problem with Tiger's scheme is that Caterwall was going to make sure that he wasn't going to live a lie much longer, as the vengeful cat began plotting schemes towards him and Fievel yet again. In the meantime, while pushing Miss Kitty on the swing, Tiger had to keep up the act in a rowdy town that was unusually quiet, at least until the bank was robbed.
Quick, Miss Kitty, call the marshal, call the marshal. That's me. I knew that.
It turned out to be nothing more than Fievel playing along at his shenanigans. A fake robbery to impress Miss Kitty, and to show Miss Kitty evidence of his capture, he put Fievel in a cage. But Tiger intended for him to get out once they left the room. The problem is he couldn't, thanks to Sydney. But instead of just getting Fievel in trouble, it left them both in a bad situation with Chula. In the meantime, while Tiger was still spending time with Miss Kitty, Caterwall was still not letting up.
I've done it. I've rounded up a few of the fellows for a little get-together tonight, and it would be a special evening indeed if you would but consent to perform for us.
She was still gonna go nowhere near the saloon, but only changed her mind because Tiger was so eager to go.
If the Marshal wants to hear me sing,
Oh, I do.
then it will be my pleasure.
And sure enough, as nightfall came, while Miss Kitty was getting ready for her performance, Caterwall took the opportunity to ruin the new marshal's life. With his hand now forced, Tiger had no choice but to try and get both Fievel and Sydney back, even with the deck now stacked against him. With him now on a mice rescue mission, he wasn't in the front row by the time Miss Kitty went on stage. This episode marked the first and only time we actually got to see her sing directly, since Tanya took the lead role for the second film.
Coming around the mountain, she'll be coming around the mountain.
Yeah, unfortunately, however, it is soon cut very short.
What a cat.
Caterwall's plans for revenge once again go up in smoke when Fievel manages to escape Chula, goes back to the saloon and sends the cats running into the night.
And this was a night to remember.
In the end, however, Tiger still ended up telling Miss Kitty the truth, but the classy Kitty doesn't exit with any ill will towards him. She soon leaves the way we met her and vows to return.
And you'll always be my hero. Now, show me you're tough and don't make a fuss. This isn't goodbye. It's just so long until the next time.
Thank you for tuning into Furry Girl Profiles, Miss Kitty. If you liked today's video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe for future videos. My name is Jawbreaker and I thank you for watching Playfur Cinema.